Candace Owens makes a stop at NDSU as a part of her nationwide tour, and the controversy surrounding her appearance.
The Wellness Center's scuba course offers individuals the opportunity to earn their scuba certification.
Purple Thursday is today. We have more about it and why it is important for students to be educated on.
Good evening and welcome to the Bison Information Network. I'm Lydia Lafine.
And I'm Nick Whistler. We have the latest campus and local news coming up, so don't go anywhere.
On Monday, conservative speaker and author Candace Owens spoke to students and the community at the Memorial Union.
Reporter Coy Hartle was able to get some insight on the event and the controversy surrounding it.
Earlier this week, hundreds of students and community members packed the Oshedi-Sacoan Ballroom at the Union to hear political commentator Candace Owens speak.
So tonight we have the Candace Owens Live Free Tour. It's our biggest speaker event of this semester, and we're super excited to have her here.
Owens is a conservative speaker, author, and activist who's trying to share her beliefs with others.
This country believes in a philosophy of hard work, right? We believe in a free market capitalist system.
Owens is currently on tour speaking at universities across the country.
You think of the Midwest and you think of flyover country, and not a whole lot of politicians or political influencers really take the time to stop in a smaller city such as Fargo.
The event was organized by the NDSU chapter of Turning Point USA, which is a national student organization.
We're a pro-conservative, pro-capitalist club on campus. We want to promote pro-America values and with a conservative base.
Although the event was sponsored by an NDSU club, the doors were open to the public as well.
I mean, this is quite the turnout. You can definitely tell that people are excited that she's here and on campus.
However, not everyone was excited that she was on campus. Guests were met by a group of NDSU students protesting the event. Candace Owens is no stranger to controversy, though. Just recently, she and the rapper formerly known as Kanye West faced backlash for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt.
We're protesting Candace Owens being here because we think that she spreads messages of multiple forms of hate, and a lot of people don't feel safe on campus knowing that so many people support her and her views.
Although police were present to ensure that things didn't get out of hand, tempers were still flaring across both sides of the argument.
I think having discussions are important. There were some people on both sides that were shouting inappropriate things, and I don't agree with that personally. I think that conversation is important, and if you can't be helpful and kind and build on positive things, then you should just be quiet.
Winnie isn't the only one who recognizes the importance of communication. Landon Alex also feels the same.
We think that there's two sides to every story, so we really appreciate when there's respectful people of the opposing opinion that we can discuss stuff with.
Candace Owens also knows that at the end of the day, it's just important for everyone to get along.
So the advice that I'm giving to you is not to compromise who you are. Don't feel like you need to transform everybody into yourself, but know that real friends, even if they have differences in beliefs, can be respectful to each other.
From Bison Information Network, I'm Coy Hartle.
NDSU also has a College Republicans and a College Democrats club on campus for students who want to get more involved politically. The NDSU Wellness Center hosts a variety of classes in addition to its other programs.
This week, reporter Adam Tofil was on scene to check out their scuba certification course.
The NDSU Wellness Center hosted the third session of its biannual scuba course this week. Through the course, individuals learn all about the fundamentals of scuba diving.
Tonight we're having our open water class here at NDSU. It meets one night a week. We do the first couple of hours in the classroom learning some of the fundamentals about scuba diving, and then we come out for the best part of it and we get in the water for about 2 hours learning some of the basic skills so that we can go out and enjoy my favorite sport without drowning yourself.
Although the course spans 6 weeks, participants still need some outside work before being fully certified.
So at the end of the course, they have yet to complete their open water dives. Once they complete their 4 open water checkout dives, they will be open water certified divers. And so they can go diving anywhere in the world.
After taking the class, students have a wide range of options for possible diving opportunities.
So I've been thinking about doing scuba diving for a while, about learning it. going on vacation this winter to Costa Rica, and the people I'm going with, they all know how to scuba dive and I don't, so I figured it's a good opportunity for me to learn it so I can go with them on the vacation.
The scuba course is offered in both the fall and spring semesters and has a cost of $325. Additionally, while the class is hosted by the Wellness Center, students are not the only ones who can attend.
It's open to everyone and anyone. Yeah, the minimum requirements is that you have to be at least 10 years old. And after that, there is no upper age limit. It's a good thing for me. And hey, it's just a great sport that you can do your entire life.
Reporting for the Bison Information Network, I'm Adam Tofil.
To learn more about other programs and classes the Wellness Center offers, be sure to check out their website for more information.
October is the month where Purple Thursday is recognized across the country. Dash Menzel has more on Purple Thursday and domestic violence awareness.
It is October, and that means it's time for Purple Thursday and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I was able to talk to Kayla Preventure, a violence prevention educator here at NDSU, about both of those topics.
Purple Thursday is a national movement where across the nation people wear purple in support of domestic violence awareness. So it happens every October. The day changes because the dates change. So this year it is October 20th. We know that most students are undergrads, but there's upperclassmen who are getting married, and there's also undergrads that are getting married, and we just want to bring awareness to it for them as they're getting into relationships and getting into marriages. But then also it's a way for staff and faculty to get involved and show their support for it, because they also show support for Denim Day in the spring, which is for violence prevention.
Preventure also mentioned that it's important for NDSU students to learn about domestic violence.
I think they should know and be educated on it, because even though they might not see it every day, it does happen every day, and it happens to people that you least expect it to. So being educated and being aware of it can also benefit them in preventing anything to happen to them.
I also asked her if domestic violence was an issue on NDSU's campus.
I think there's acts of violence across campus. It's not very publicized, but I think it does happen. There's also people that won't speak up about it because they don't know the right people to go to, or they're scared. But we like to say that it's not the victim's fault at all in any circumstance, and we support and believe any victim. We think it happens across campus. You don't hear about it a lot, but it still happens even if you can't hear or see it.
Reporting from the Memorial Union, I'm Dashiell Menzel.
Be sure to wear purple the rest of October in support of the cause. If you've been looking for a way to get festive this Halloween season, you may want to check out the 80s themed murder mystery party on October 28th. Taking place in Thundar's game room from 8:30 to 11:30, watch and perform with actors to discover the mystery by solving clues and interviewing suspects. Food accommodations as well as prizes for the best costume will be offered, so make sure to dress for success.
Looking for some spooky fun tonight? Well, you might find it on the 4th floor of Severinsen. Tonight, from 6 to 9:30 p.m., they are hosting an annual Spoopy Night featuring free snacks and your favorite Halloween-themed movies. PJs, blankets, and pillows are strongly encouraged.
Attention all business majors. On Thursday, October 27th, there will be a seminar of business ethics featuring Dr. Kelly Richmond Pope. Pope is a nationally recognized expert in forensic accounting and serves as professor of accounting in the School of Management Information at DePaul University. Don't miss out on a chance to listen and conversate with Dr. Pope on October 27th at 11:30 a.m., located in Louise Berry Hall.
Coming this weekend to Ashkenazi Hall is the award-winning musical Cabaret. On this performance focuses on the journey of a young Jewish man and an American woman throughout life while navigating the beginnings of Nazism in 1920s Berlin. This Friday and Saturday, support your fellow NDSU students by purchasing your ticket at ndsu.showair.com or reserve your free student spot using My NDSU. In this week's segment of Professional Lunch, Rico Aladdin asked Shannon Full details about her occupation. Let's hear what she had to say.
First of all, thank you for the opportunity. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Shannon Full. I'm the president and CEO of the Fargo-Moorhead-West Fargo Chamber of Commerce. And so what do I do? Oh, it's such a great question because it's different every day, right? But the chamber really exists to help individual businesses and communities thrive and prosper, grow. So my job entails lots of different things around anything from helping a small business owner connect with different people that will help them grow their business to programming that we have. I know you're familiar with our leadership program, but
yes,
we have lots of other programs, women, young professionals, professionals of color. Those are some of our long-time programs. And then public policy, so I do a lot of lobbying, so working with legislators, elected officials at the local, the state, and the national level to make sure that we have good, strong business policies to help our businesses grow. And then finally, we do a ton in talent and workforce. And so some of those programs I mentioned, but a lot of it is working day to day with businesses and individuals that want to really grow themselves, their companies, and the community.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I like talking to you about the chamber because the chamber is such a big organization, given the scope of, they have non-profit, for-profit people, and many of the clubs that young professionals can use to develop themselves. So tell us a little bit about your background. How do you get to be where you are today?
Great question. And it was not a straight path, I'll just tell you. I was joking earlier today, I had the same conversation that I don't know that anybody aspires to be a Chamber of Commerce president. I definitely fell or stumbled into this role. My background during college was I was a corporate trainer for the Applebee's Corporation, so I opened new stores and trained new staff. I then had a little stint as the backstage manager for Country Jam USA, so I was able to manage 26 to 28 national country artists coming in for a festival, everything from media to volunteer coordination to working with all the road managers. And that led me into a new company that was opening that had an indoor volleyball complex because I was a really big coach. So I was coaching volleyball, restaurant, sports bar, hospitality. And so I was hired there, and the first thing they told me to do was to join the chamber. So we joined the chamber. I had no idea what a Chamber of Commerce was. I didn't know why I was joining. I quickly learned within 6 months that I really loved the mission of the chamber. I had a great there was a great president and CEO of that chamber who was going to resign, and she said, I really think that you should look at my position. And I thought, I thought she was a little crazy because I said I clearly am not qualified. I don't have the experience, all of that. But this is kind of a true testament to mentorship. She mentored me really intensely for about 6 months, and lo and behold, at the age of 24, I was hired to my first president and CEO position at a chamber.
Wow, wonderful!
So I've done that then for now 21 years in the Twin Cities. I also moved then to Melbourne, Florida, and I ran the chamber in Melbourne, Florida for a while, then relocated to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Appleton, Wisconsin, back to the Twin Cities, and now here.
You can view Rico's YouTube channel if you want to watch the entire segment. A South Fargo mobile home was destroyed in a fire early Monday morning in Countryside Estates. Firefighters responded to the call at around 2 a.m. where authorities insist flames were gulfing out the windows. Neighbors claim that the trailer has been vacant for some time and the cause of the fire is currently an ongoing investigation.
On October 17th, the deputy mayor title was rescinded from City Commissioner Dave Pepcorn and given to City Commissioner Arlette Preston. This began with derogatory comments at a City Commission meeting regarding the Downtown Engagement Center. Following these comments, Preston and a fellow City Commissioner then urged for the transfer of the deputy mayor title. This transfer was not granted unanimously as Mayor Tim Mahoney accused her as having, quote, her own agenda. Ultimately, the transfer of the title was granted Monday night in a 4-1 vote, which included approval from Pepcorn.
Former North Dakota lawmaker and Grand Forks native Earl Strinden passed away at the age of 90 on Tuesday afternoon. The Marine Corps vet served for the Republican Party in the State House from 1966 through 1988. Strinden also took pride in his 2 terms on Grand Forks City Council, where he was acting president.
This past weekend, you may have seen advertisements for MSUM's Skies Over Hogwarts show. This light show, which you can find MSUM professors teaching lessons on the Big Dipper, the solar system, and other fixtures in the sky. You might even see some special cameos from your favorite Harry Potter characters. Focused not just on providing inspiration and fun to the community, the planetarium also gives outreach to those in the area who wish to learn more about astronomy. If you might have missed it, they have another show coming up this Halloween weekend, October 29th and 30th. Join the MSUM community for a colorful and bright display of your favorite constellations. You can find more information on the Minnesota State University Moorhead website. Coming up next, Malik Mitchell will recap all of the latest in Bison sports. Don't go away.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. One heart-to-heart, one inside joke. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. It's time. Become a big today.
The NDSU bookstore has everything you need to show off your Bison Pride. The bookstore can have you sporting green and gold wherever you go. It offers many different brands, sizes, styles, and selection so that you find exactly what you're looking for. Shop the NDSU bookstore and show your spirit today.
Founded in 1985, the Missouri Valley Football Conference has established a tradition of FCS football excellence. Competing at the highest level of NCAA Division I, student athletes at its 10 institutions demonstrate character, passion, and integrity as they grow as a student, an athlete, and a citizen. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where leaders are shaped and champions are forged.
There are so many great things to experience at NDSU. It's hard to pick one, but my favorite is
the people. They make it such a warm place. The Bison aren't just across the country, they're across the globe.
It's the perfect distance from home. The faculty are our biggest cheerleaders. Hands-on research experience. The affordable tuition.
All the opportunities to stay active on campus.
Real-world learning experiences.
once I got on campus, it felt like home.
Bison football is coming off a devastating loss to SDSU, failing to take back the Dakota marker for the third straight season. Playing at the Fargo Dome, the Bison scored first with Cam Miller throwing a quick pass to DJ Hart, makes a move and beats the corner to the outside for an easy score. After SDSU responded with a touchdown of their own, the Bison will march down the field. Here's Cam Miller maneuvering through the hole for another easy score. Feeding off that momentum, Hunter Lifty's name will be called after Cam Miller hit him down the middle, showing it was just that easy. However, it was not that easy. Going into the half, the Bison were up 21-7. Slowly but surely, the Jackrabbits would score 16 unanswered points in the second half. The Bison would fall to the Jackrabbits 23-21. The Bison will have a bye this week, but they'll return on the 29th at home against Illinois State at 2:30 p.m. Bison soccer is coming off a big win against UND. The Bison topped the Fighting Hawks 2-0. In the 10th minute, Paige Goalie scored her 6th goal of the season. Olivia Lavick scored in the 60th minute off a penalty kick. After being on the road for 2 weeks, the Bison will face USD at home tomorrow at 6 p.m. Bison Golf competed at the Heron Lakes Collegiate Invitational, placing third out of 10 teams. Gavin Cronthite shot a career best round of 66 in the third and final round of the tournament, finishing 5 under par, tying with teammate Ian Simonich for third place. Nate Adams followed, finishing tied for 16th, finishing 4 over par. Brock Winter finished tied for 24th place, and Nate Diesel tied for 36th place. The Bison will wrap up the fall season next week at the ODU Calamaric Tournament, hosted in Powers Point, North Carolina. And lastly, Bison volleyball traveled to Denver, Colorado last Thursday and swept the Pioneers 3-0. Allie Hensley led the Bison to their first win over Denver since 2013 with a match high of 17 kills with 7 digs, 3 blocks, and 1 assist. Tyra Tangent contributed 16 kills with 9 digs with 3 blocks. while Kelly Johnson handed out a team best of 35 assists with 6 digs. That Saturday, they fell to Omaha 1-3 in 4 sets. Allie Hensley got her 9th double-double of the season with 25 digs, 12 kills. Savage Hansen contributed with 14 kills and 5 digs, and Kelly Johnson also registered a double-double with a match high of 44 assists and 11 digs. The Bison will host a set of games for the rest of the week. Tonight at 7, they'll face Western Illinois. On Saturday, they'll take on St. Thomas at 1 p.m. That's all I have for sports. Coming up, Cora Harder will have your 7-day forecast. Don't go away.
I'm your friend.
I'm your coworker.
I'm your neighbor.
There's no set person that defines who needs help in North Dakota.
I play cards with your grandmother every week.
Hunger is becoming more and more widespread and more known because there are people standing up and saying, hey, this can't happen. We can't be having this in our state, in our community.
I sit next to you in math class.
It's proving that they're learning better and they're not coming to school so hungry on Monday morning. We're engaging them and we're helping them learn. I mean, people want to help their fellow citizens, and in this food bank, in this agency, that is exactly what's happening, is people really, truly care.
I'm here.
I'm here to change the faces.
I'm here to change the faces of hunger.
My name is Addie Stewart, and I graduated from NDSU in the Department of Communication in 2018. My degree was in strategic communication, and I'm the communications specialist for the city of West Fargo. That includes social media, press releases, breaking news, interviews, media relations, and more. I went into communication because I wanted to do something I was passionate about. There were so many opportunities. I knew I could work for nonprofits, government, small business, agency work. Professors in the department definitely impacted me a lot in my life, making sure that once I graduated college, I knew I could get a job here just because of the connections in the department and the great morale that was in Fargo. Future students should definitely come to NDSU because it's a degree like no other here.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Bison Information Network. I'm Coy, and I have a look ahead at what we can expect from the forecast for this next week. While the week started off cold, it definitely warmed up a bit as the week progressed. This trend will continue into the end of the week with a high of 63 degrees tomorrow, and a pretty similar outlook for Saturday as well. And on Sunday, we even have a chance of reaching the 70s. This might be the last time we see temperatures like that before the winter sets in, so try and enjoy the warm weather while you still can. Looking ahead to Monday, we do see temps dropping a bit, and we'll also see some rainfall throughout the day. On both Tuesday and Wednesday, highs will be in the mid-40s with lows sticking right around that 30-degree mark. And finally, to round out the 7-day outlook, we can expect highs reaching nearly 50 with a low of 32 degrees. Well, that's all we have for weather for this week. If any of you watching see any interesting weather in your area, then be sure to grab a photo or video and send it our way. You can submit your photos and videos online at www.ndsubin.com/news. In addition, be sure to follow Bison Information Network on social media to stay up to date with the latest on campus news. Well, that's all for our show today. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.